back to my channel V Details. Myself Vikash, and this channel is all about auto detailing. Today I have this brand new RTR 204V, and by brand new I literally mean it because it has got less than 100 kilometers on the odometer. It has been straight from dealership to the registration and back to V Details for some paint protection. Not to mention that this brand new vehicle has some serious paint defects. That is, it has some serious swirl marks and scratches on the paint, and this one's for those who tell my vehicle is brand new and it doesn't need any protection or it doesn't need any detailing right now. Trust me, it does. So anyways, I'm going to look for all the defects, correct the paint surface, and then protect that paint with 9H ceramic coating. That and a lot more coming up on this episode of Finance and Preserve.
I begin with removing the seats to get better access to the painted parts. As you see, the paint is heavily trashed out with some major swirls and scratches. Well, that's a lot of defects for a brand new vehicle. Not sure whether to blame TVS for really bad paint job or blame the dealership who couldn't take proper care of this super thin solid black paint. But here's a catch, this one's assigned for really bad paint job. Now initially I thought that's some sort of oversurface contaminant because I felt the roughness while rubbing my hand. I grabbed a fresh clean microfiber, sprayed some quick detailer on it and tried to clean the surface. But to my surprise, it couldn't remove this contaminant. Also tried claying, and then I later discovered that it was a paint overspray and it's a factory defect. Wondering how they could have missed that in quality inspection. I then prepare myself for a concourse paint correction job. As it's solid black paint, choosing soft pad and a finishing compound seemed a lot better choice. As always, panel by panel, section by section, and even passes. But the results this time were surprising. After about 8 even passes on one side of the fuel tank, this was the condition of the pad. The soft black paint started transferring onto the pad. Here's a fresh pad compared with the one I just used. Clear difference. Getting back to the panel, after wiping out the surface, I could still see the defects. The paint transfer rate was higher than the defect removal rate. I had to switch to a new pad and test on the other side of the fuel tank with some alterations. So I grabbed my new pad, remove my old one. This time I decreased the amount of liquid, lowered the speed settings, increased the arm speed and decreased the number of passes. While polishing, I closely monitored the defect removal rate. In fact, I also stopped and looked at the paint transfer. It was almost nil because of all the changes I made after the first run. I then inspect with a torch and look for any defects that were left over. Well, to my surprise, there were many defects that were left over. If you look closely, you will find some minor swirl marks left over. Well, that of course was a paint transfer, but very less when compared to the first run because of all the changes I had made. But the defect removal rate wasn't that good, so I had to make few more changes. The overspray of the factory paint defect was the major reason for paint transfer. Well, at this moment I realized that I was up for a challenge because the defect removal rate was less than 10%. I then once again polished the surface of the fuel tank with a new pad with all the changes I had made earlier. And here's the result. Still few defects left, but this is certainly a lot better than it was. Anyway, it wasn't perfect to me, so I had to go ahead and make some new changes. I went ahead with a combination of cutting pad and polishing compound. Very less compound, a lot of water to bring down the heat and increase defect cutting rate. As I said, it wasn't perfect to my eyes, so I had to repeat. I usually set my satisfaction bar really high. If it's satisfying my eyes, then it's definitely satisfying my customer. Always trying to keep it 100. The manufacturing defect that was somewhere here on this surface was taken care of. Well, the overspray was all removed with the cutting pad and then polished it out. After polishing and repeating couple of times, here is the results. The surface is completely free of any swirls or defects. Now that's 100, I would say. Here's another challenge: the leftover glue from a sticker that was stuck onto the tail lamp. I suppose the sticker was removed without heating, so it has left the glue onto the surface. Well, I'm using a heat gun to get rid of that glue and then go ahead and polish that surface. Like I previously said, always trying to keep it 100. Compounding the surface and then polishing it out. Certainly better now. Removing front and rear seats made me accessible to these painted parts with my 3-inch polishing machine. I go ahead and correct that surface too. Of course, not every area was accessible with my 3-inch polishing machine. So, at some parts, I had to go old school and detail that with my fingers. I take some compound onto a cloth and then start rubbing it with my finger. I had to repeat for a couple of times to get a better finish. Trust me, if I had to do this with my fingers for the whole bike, I would have bloody fingers by now, thanks to polishing machines. After correcting all the paint, it's now time to protect that, and for that I'm going to use 9H ceramic coating from Osrin. It's a Malaysian brand and Japanese engineering. I take on some onto the microfiber applicator pad and then start applying on the painted surface. I apply an even crosshatch pattern, making sure every square inch is covered, and then buff out the excess with a fresh new microfiber towel to a better shine. It certainly looks very classy and reflective now. Similarly, all the painted parts are protected with 9H ceramic coating. It will increase the shine and gloss as well as keep protecting the surface.
So here I have taped off a section of the tire to show you the difference between how the tires look before and after the dressing. Well, that's a huge difference, I would say.
While I keep dressing up these tires, why don't you take some time and hit that subscribe button down there? Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this before and after footages.